everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia. This is Marking Yari on a 3 and today we are watching episode 17 of the Next Step series 9. I don't know if I'm excited or nervous for this one. The description for this one is that Elden fights Anthony over which dancer should represent TNS in the HomeField Advantage competition while Ebby deals with a dilemma. Now last episode, Elden deliberately, I think, chose Anthony and Adele to have the internationals duet and then took it off Anthony and said that Niall would in fact be dancing with Adele in Anthony's place, just to prove a point because Anthony upset him earlier in the episode, and then he had the audacity to pat him on the back as he left as well. I can feel the inner rage. But yeah, we're gonna watch this episode. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. Let's do this. We're in this together, everyone.
We got a message from internationals to expect a new challenge.
And a challenge before internationals has even started. I just want to rehearse for internationals. I don't want to be rehearsing for a challenge. It's nice to see Izzy though. I haven't seen Izzy in a while.
Hey, where's Elden been?
I honestly don't know, but that's okay. I'm okay if he doesn't show up. We have a lot to work on today.
Please say that Michelle's going to help instead of Elden for this episode because she might save it.
You all be dancing?
What? Wait, how are you?
Okay, so I like how Ebby and Niall and Adele didn't run over because they're like, I don't know who this girl is.
I literally saw her show when it was in town last year.
You're so lucky.
Oh yes, Michelle and Emily have that show, don't they? Okay, so I like that little reference as well. Oh, that's cute. I also like how they know Michelle is like a celebrity, and then like Izzy, for example, knows Michelle as the Next Steps Michelle.
The last time Elden was here, he took me off my own duet. And the time before that, he almost got us kicked out of internationals entirely.
He's a liability.
He's a legend, but he's also a liability.
Today, we will find out which team will compete in their home studio and which team will travel to their competition.
So it is confirmed. Internationals will be at the studio. We've seen it in the trailer. We know it's going to be held at TNS, so they're obviously going to win this challenge. I feel like maybe it should have been disguised a bit more in the trailer. Like, we didn't need to see the stained glass windows. It's a big giveaway. But hopefully the episode will be a lot more than that. That won't be the only jeopardizing thing. Otherwise, there's going to be no jeopardy. And like, I know how sad it is that we're not like going to a big stage. We're not going to have an audience. We're not going to have all the teams competing. But obviously, if they are low on the budget, things have got to be cut and compromises have to be made. The only thing I'm going to say is, I just hope they do it well. Because it can be done well, definitely. Regardless of the stretches, you just gotta make it work and make it the best you can possibly do. If they could have a theatre and every single studio there, I'm sure they would. If they could film in France and they lose the home advantage and they have to go there, I'm sure they would. If they could afford to do that, like if there was just an endless pot of money, there'd be no reason. But obviously it's not up to them how much money they get.
We will determine the winner with a one-on-one freestyle battle.
How would this determine who has the advantage? Honestly, I just have the two teams compete against each other. But that means they have to make a whole other group dance in addition to their internationals routines just to compete for this competition. So I just don't think it's fair, honestly. They could say that it's like the 10th internationals or the 100th. And of all of those, James and Riley's duet is still the highest scored dance that they've ever had. So they get the advantage this year, something like that. You know, just to explain why they're at the studio.
So I've given it a lot of thought. And the person dancing in the freestyle challenge will be...
Why are we only picking out of these 5 people?
Izzy.
Okay.
I think Izzy would kill it in a freestyle solo.
So are we gonna wait for Elden?
No, we're definitely not waiting for Elden. We're gonna start right now.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, come.
Yeah.
So hang on, so what do the other dancers do now? Just chill? Go home. These guys aren't in a small group. Jet's not there, so... Oh, no, sorry. Jet and Pete aren't doing a duet. Ah, my heart just broke again. I guess Adele and Niall could work on the duet, but there's no point in them being there. Go home.
Sorry.
Oh my god! They listened to me! They are working on their duet. Thank you, you're keeping busy. But like, Niall and... No, this isn't going to work. I like how they're attempting to do it though. Like, Niall's risen to the occasion. He didn't want to dance with Adele. He didn't even want to do this style, but he's risen to it and is like, okay, I'll try. I'm hoping Michelle sees and is like, oh, why did you two choose that lift? And then they explain everything, and Michelle's like, I'm going to talk to Elden, and she will sort this man out. Can someone just tell Talia? Talia will sort her man out.
So, how's the duet going?
Honestly, I wish you could have seen it with Anthony, but Elden decided that Niall was the right choice. We're making it work.
Right, but the issue isn't you and Niall. The issue is Elden.
Do you want me to talk to him?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yes, Michelle, go and get Elden and shout at him.
I'm getting the sense that he might be interfering with the team as much as he's helping.
Please, Michelle, you are our last hope.
So, what did you think of that trio I sent you? Pretty good, right?
It was good.
Are they sending each other dances? Surely that's not allowed. Do you remember when I reacted to the trailer, I said that Ebby didn't look like she was dancing at internationals? Maybe she gets disqualified for sharing choreo, and the same happens to Remy. And that's like the Romeo and Juliet. It links back to that, the star-crossed lovers. They come to like a tragic ending. They both get cut from their teams and they can't dance at internationals. Oh my god, if I've just predicted the plot.
It was good, but not as good as the duets I showed you.
Yes, okay, so also in the last episode, I said how Ebby started filming and then there was no link back to like why she was filming. She never turned it off. There was never a camera pan. And I said they should have maybe like indicated that something was happening. Now they've linked back, so I will retract my statement from the last reaction. Imagine though, if Remy's been like sending fake videos and he's just leading Ebby on to try and get the choreo. My heart shatters. He's a big catfish. I know it. This is all a lie. He's a lie. He's lying. And maybe when he he's gonna like send the choreo to someone or something, and then he'll get banned and TNS will find out, and then maybe that's who comes into the prom party thing, and Nick says, what are you doing here? Because they know that Remy tries to take them down.
Izzy's mainly a focused hip-hop dancer.
So they're not a classically technical dancer. Is that a weakness of theirs?
Do not send a video of what Izzy's gonna do and then send it to Remy, and then Remy like chooses the same song or does something to throw Izzy off. Don't do it.
What's with all the questions?
Just want to be ready. Don't you want me to win?
No?
Yeah, I'll think about that. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'm liking this plot so far because I didn't completely see it coming. And it's taken a turn. And we haven't really had this before. We obviously had Ella, but she stole Riley's choreo last minute on stage. This is like a moral dilemma that Ebby's got now. And we don't know whether Remy is being completely deceitful and only wants Ebby to get to the next step, or if he wants Ebby but is also using her in this relationship they've got.
We're competing for home field advantage, and it's a freestyle solo competition.
Nice. Say no more. I'll do it.
I don't know what's going on with Elden, but this is chaos energy.
I should have worn the same outfit as Michelle. Is it too late? I unfortunately can't find a white t-shirt, so I'm treating you to literally just this nude top underneath, but Michelle energy.
You're not on A-Troop, so.
Well, you did submit the roster with my name on it as Internationals consultant, which technically means I am on A-Troop, which means technically I can do it.
I think he actually believes everything he's saying.
You know, Elden, I really think we should just leave this up to them. This is not really our place to...
Do you want us to win? Do you know who I am?
In a tier list of characters, where would Elden be?
Maybe talk to Nick?
No, Nick's away at an internationals administration workshop.
Okay, then we have to take care of it ourselves.
No, he's not. I'll tell you where Nick is. Nick is here. I have put Nick in the restaurant that Riley had to work at in series 3 of The Next Step. I don't even know where I've put him because I'll do it later when I'm editing. So I hope you enjoyed that wherever he is.
Okay, then it's up to you. Who's dancing at internationals? Izzy or Elden?
Is Pete okay? That was never a question. It's obviously Izzy. You've all just agreed, and it's obvious Elden isn't on the team. Yes, he's on the roster, but in what world would Anthony pick Elden?
Look, you may know internationals, but I know this team, and Izzy is the right person to dance this challenge.
I'm really hoping if this is the scene where Anthony and Elden have the argument, that they all stand up for Anthony. I cannot have it if they're all just standing there like, Stand up for him. Stand up!
I'm sorry. Have any of you competed at internationals? Do you have any idea what you're doing?
It has to be a joke. It has to be satire. Like, I don't know, maybe after they argue, Elden's like, this is what I wanted. I wanted to get some fighting spirit in you. You've proved it to me. I'm gonna leave now and disappear just like Margie did, and I'm gonna let you do your thing. Because this man cannot be saying this with his chest.
Izzy's dancing the challenge.
Yes, Anthony!
And I'm gonna win too.
Yes, Izzy!
You're making a mistake.
Elden, go home, man.
Even though it was really scary to stand up to Elden, I did it for my team. And I know it was the right thing to do.
Yes, it was. Well done, Anthony. This is my boss lady blazer, and I feel like a boss lady after that argument as well.
I thought a lot about what Remy said. It would be amazing to go to France for internationals.
Right, so you can't sabotage the team, Ebby, just so you can go on a holiday.
I don't think I can give away any information, sorry.
I'm sorry I asked.
It's okay. I can't wait to see who wins.
Oh, are you being respectful, Remy? Okay, maybe you're not evil. Also, we haven't seen Pascal in like 4 episodes. And the last thing Pascal said was, oh my God, I used to be the dance captain of my team.
Anthony's ego is way too big. He needed to be taught a lesson.
This is a mirror. It's for Elden. It's filthy. That's embarrassing. I take the metaphor back.
I was talking to Giselle, and she told me about you and Talia.
Yeah, we split up a few months ago. We're still friends.
How many times have I said for Talia to come in and sort out her man? I've got tears. I don't think I was that invested in Talia and Elden. No, wait, I am. They're like the only unproblematic couple. Why would we break them up? Why? For what reason? It adds nothing. Maybe it does. Just Elden feeling lost, like he's in another place. Because I'm imagining if they broke up, he's not going to be working at Acro Nation anymore. But like, it didn't need to happen. We could have just kept the unproblematic couple together.
Still business partners for now, but I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. They're still working together. That's noble.
You know, when we were on A Troop,
We're not on A Troop anymore, Elden.
Oh!
It's a thing of the past. We had our time.
Now is our time. From Lost and Found. Sorry, that ruined the mood. Sad. Oh, I really liked the sitting in silence then for a few seconds. It was effective.
I thought my way was the right way. But listening to Michelle, maybe I'm wrong about everything.
What we need is a heartfelt apology. And I like how there was no music transition then. Oh, yeah, devastated for Elden and Talia. Glad Michelle spoke some sense into Elden though and was a shoulder for him to cry on. Devastated. Devastated.
Each team's representative will freestyle for 3 rounds of 15 seconds each.
Hey, it's Kenzie! Why don't we have Pascal in this video? That'd be so good actually if like Kenzie's like, hey, and they all wave back and then Pascal's like, and then no one waves at her, just to show the difference. Oh, I quite like that we get to see them side by side though. This is cool. So it might mean we actually see the full 15 seconds as well.
Remy is bringing it.
It's not a dance battle, is it? Isn't it just they have to do 15 seconds of freestyle each? Do they have to take it in turns like a dance battle? I would have failed. I thought they did 15 seconds of freestyle, then they stopped, and then they like chose a winner. Then they did it again, chose a winner. Then they did it again, chose a winner, and whoever won the most times would win overall. But is it 15 seconds passing it over? music working?
Every time I didn't think I was good enough. Every time I felt I couldn't do it. I'm taking all those bad feelings and dancing through it. I got this.
Great, yeah. I'd give Izzy the win. I'm still confused over how the rounds worked, though. Clearly it was a dance battle. I would have lost. Because I would have just stopped after 15 seconds and then gone, okay, who won? And they would have still wanted me to carry on.
Team Canada, the next step.
Izzy did it!
I'm glad Izzy finally got their moment.
Remy followed me on Hiked In. I'm blocked.
Oh, Ebby. Maybe he was just using her. I hate him.
I couldn't have done it without y'all. We're staying!
I want him to be happy, but I also want him to apologize to Anthony. It's the low lighting.
I always felt like my best self here.
Watch him do a sad solo now, and if there are flashbacks, I might cry. You know there's mountains high from way below. Ooh, Empire! Oh, I'm crying at the thought of the song.
But the way I've been acting is nowhere close to that.
I'm glad you acknowledge that, Elden.
The next step taught me who I was, and it made me who I am.
It's not Empire, but that's okay. We can dance to other songs.
One shot ringing out, one shot.
Stop.
I always wanted to repay this place for everything they've done for me.
I'm welling up.
Somehow it all went so wrong.
Notice when I'm gone, and if it brings me to my knees, tell me, how should I carry on?
I don't even like Elden.
Waiting this time to pass on by.
On those turns, can we see every single turn like Elden's done? Just like the evolution of Elden. Oh. Sorry, I take it back. Okay, I got ahead of myself. That was so good.
This is the Elden that I know and love.
Thank you.
Boy-girl friendships, yes.
I've been living in the past. This isn't my A troop. This is your A troop.
The emotions I'm currently experiencing, I think also Anthony is experiencing. For all the hateful things I've said against Elden, I feel bad. I don't take them back fully because I do still stand by what I said. What he was doing was ridiculous. I love the honesty and the raw emotion though. Thank you, Elden, for this. You are forgiven. And I'm sorry I judged you too quickly. I should have known there might be more to this than just Elden acting out or bad writing. It was all because of Talia.
Anthony, you're back in the duet. I took you out for selfish reasons, and I'm sorry for putting the team through so much.
We need our internationals consultant if we're gonna win this thing. I love you, man.
I love you too.
Anthony showed his true colours then by just accepting it. He didn't like go, oh well, you did this, and he just took it for what it was and forgave him.
Seeing the team forgive Elden is really what A Troop is all about.
What do you want, Grace? Can you see we're having a moment?
Good for them. They make letting go of the past look so easy, but it's not. And I'm going to make sure A Troop will never get to the international stage.
I'm waiting for you to do something, girl. Since Ariana stopped being friends with her, she hasn't done anything. Like, you seem pretty harmless to me, Grace. I liked it more than the last one, for sure. I liked how Michelle was there, and I liked how Michelle was the one to get through to Elden. I think it was right. I think it was the right choice because ultimately Elden doesn't know any of them, so he wouldn't relate to them. But having his friend come back and get through to him, yes. And I am devastated by Elden and Talia, though. I really wish it had been something maybe just more personal, like he just doesn't know what to do with his life. but he always knew what he was doing when he was at the next step. Something like that. I really like the twist of Remy only using Ebby to get the choreo, because I didn't see that coming. I loved Izzy standing up for Elden and doing the solo, and Elden's solo was great too. I would have loved it if it was to Empire. Overall, not a bad episode, because I feel like the things that annoyed me was Elden, but then there was a reason and it kind of wrapped itself up, so it made sense. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and leave a comment as well, and subscribe for my reactions, because I'm reacting to the whole series. Thank you for watching. Subscribe please, I'd appreciate it, and comment and like. Goodbye from me.